Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy Dave or Veno here today, and thank you guys so much for the feedback on the last video. Hope that really helped you, and thank you so much for liking that video and leaving comments and stuff. But without further ado, I'm gonna show you guys this pretty cool deck I actually experimented with, because as you can see, my trophies were dropping at a pretty fast pace with a garbage deck. I wasn't getting consistent results with my previous decks, so I decided to mix it up. And I got 4 straight victories so far with this deck, and it's actually pretty OP. They're no contests. So I'll show you guys a replay with I believe it was 3 witches? Trophies were dropping at a pretty fast pace with a garbage deck. I wasn't getting consistent results with my previous decks, so I decided to mix it up, and I got 4 straight victories so far with this deck, and it's actually pretty OP. They're no contests. So I'll show you guys a replay with I believe it was 3 witches that actually beat this kid. So I'm gonna look for that one right. I think it was this one or this one. Let's just look at this one, and I'll show you guys how this deck works. But the main, objective of this deck, the main thing you want to do, you want to counter first if you don't have the giant or the witch on your starting deck. So I have it here, so I start off with a giant behind my tower, and he starts off with his. So we both have giants behind our tower, and I think he's going to place his prince with a giant to pull off a pretty nasty combo here. I kind of made a mistake putting the spear goblins there and then the witch, because he put a prince there and I have nothing to counter except skeletons. So the witch will probably take care of that if those skeletons. I just threw in arrows, so bop. I don't think this is a 3 witch 3 crown. That was the other one. I'll show you guys that one after this. See, we're just trading off towers and we're just racing to forever. What am I saying? We're just racing to get the first 3 crown. So I kind of stop his bomber there. If I didn't put that there, his bomber will got an extra 300 damage on my tower, but it didn't matter because I got 3 crowns on this guy. So I'll show you guys the 3 witch 3 crown victory. It was actually pretty freaking cool, and it was this one. This loss was actually freaking cheese because this guy, he hog freezed me. I was 1 hit away from his tower and then he rocketed mine. It was cheese. I'll show you guys the 3 witch 3 crown, and then we'll jump into a live game after this. So I should just I'll just show you guys this whole game, just because, why not? So I'll just show you guys this whole game. As you can see, I have the witch and the giant again. Is this the same? No, never mind. This is the same. This is the same. This is, no. What am I doing? What am I doing? There it is, okay. 3 witch, 3 crown is this one, okay. Bop. So let's watch this. So as you can see, I don't have the witch and the giant on my starting deck, but I have the skeletons and the goblins. So what I'm going to do is, I probably put a cheap card in front of the bridge just to chip off some damage. Or, I actually put the giant, which is actually pretty odd, because I was just starting with this deck. Because this was the first time I've ever used this deck. So I just put a giant. I didn't really know how to use it until the 3rd game. But if the giant's just going to attack his tower, he actually had a pretty strong push here. I had trouble stopping this, so I just put a muskie. He actually made a mistake putting a minion horde there, because that just gave him an elixir disadvantage, okay? I'm bobbling my words today, guys, but anyways, I have a split push with the musketeer and the giant. The giant is doing work on that left tower. He drops off his barbarians here, and I'm gonna put skellies to the middle so I can actually lure these barbarians in the middle. And that's a pretty huge tip. Make sure if they're setting a giant skeleton, barbarians, troops, P.E.K.K.A.s and all that, make sure you lure them to the middle, so your crown towers can shoot them while they're getting lured to the middle, which will take a longer time to get to their tower. So he's sending here a baby dragon. I think I put a giant in the back of the left tower. Once again, it's literally 1 hit away from dying. I'm letting his muskie do work on my tower. He destroys that. But this is where the magic comes in, because the Valkyrie is a pretty good counter. And here's the arrows. He just ended his life here. So basically he arrowed that. My giant's gonna take his tower out. My Valkyrie's gonna do work on his right tower. And now I have the advantage, because I both have the elixir advantage. and I have the tower health advantage. So he's sending a bunch of barbarians. I think I lure them again here, and I think he sends, what is that, a knight as well. So this is a pretty huge lure. You can see I have 10 elixir here, he only has 2. So the barbarians are attacking that. I send a wish for splash damage, a giant in front of her, and then spears to take care of that dragon. And this is where the magic comes in. I believe I send the Valkyrie over. There it is. The Valkyrie actually has a lot of health. She's gonna take care of that that witch and muskie. If she doesn't, then the P.E.K.K.A. will. P.E.K.K.A. one hits the witch. Bop. There it is. This is 2 witches now. Okay, and then I put down skeletons. And then these skeletons are gonna do work on that knight. Now this is where the dangerous part comes in, because I put the giant in front of the witches, and then he stalls it with, I believe, a minion horde. There it is. He stalls the witches with a minion horde. But the bad part is, I get to put more troops down to cycle through my deck. And he's just basically wasting his deck now because it's full of spam on his side. So I put more skellies, and look at that triple witch attack right there. That just destroyed his whole freaking team, basically. Look at that. 3-crown victory for me. And I'll show you guys in a live game how this works. So I'll see you guys in a live game, or I can just, I don't need to cut it. There we go. I just hit battle. Oh, we just jumped straight into one. So we're in Spell Valley. Okay, cool. Might as well just call this Road to Arena 8. So start off with a Witch, Valkyrie, and Arrow. So I'm probably gonna wait for this guy to attack first, unless he wants me to attack first. So he sends out a baby dragon. I'm gonna send out a Valkyrie when the baby dragon hits here. Oh, actually, that was a pretty bad decision right there. Sends out a P.E.K.K.A. right there. And I'm just gonna send out a muskie. There we go. That was actually a pretty good counter attack, but he's using the Inferno. Ooh, this is gonna be a pretty tough battle. But my muskie is probably gonna do some work on that Inferno. And he kind of made a mistake putting it on one side, meaning we can attack his right. As you can see, we have our giant sending out goblins. That doesn't really matter to us right now. I'm just going to send the P.E.K.K.A. and skeletons to deal with that. Oh gosh. Alright, there we go. Those goblins aren't going to do much work to our tower. I don't think he has another Inferno. If he does, we're kind of dead. Minion Horde, just take that out. More elixir advantage for us, as you guys saw in the previous one. So he has a P.E.K.K.A. right here. It would have been useful if our witch. So here's the lure thing I told you guys about. Bop, the P.E.K.K.A.'s lure to the side. Elixir advantage for us. Bop, and bop. So I have 6, he probably has like 4 or 3. So we have the giant and the witch now in our deck. So I'm gonna put the giant behind this tower. Bop. And we're gonna wait for him to get about in front of the tower, so we can have elixir to defend. And I'm gonna put the witch, ooh, in the very back side here. Here, I'm gonna put skellies last second here to kinda distract that Inferno tower. So hopefully it doesn't do too much work on our giant here. Oh, this is dangerous. Triple push right here. I should have sent a Valkyrie out, but you know, it works. It works. So he's freezing our troops, meaning he's kind of dead here. So Bob, he sends out that minion horde. That was a bad arrow by me. But you know, we're doing work to his right tower. He sends out a desperation P.E.K.K.A., but we basically got his tower right here. Now for the rest of these 42 seconds, we can just play defense. So our towers, I'll just put, actually that was a pretty bad decision, but you know, our tower just took that out. I'll put a witch and a P.E.K.K.A. right here. Bob, you're not doing work. Uh-oh, that was actually a pretty bad decision. I should have just put a witch down and then a P.E.K.K.A., but it's alright. I got spear goblins. So now we gotta watch out for that hog freeze cheese. So I'm probably gonna cycle through with this dragon, so I can actually put skellies down. So we have 13 seconds to withstand or withhold this guy, so we can win this battle. And hopefully we actually win this. There we go. Nasty push. Nasty counterattack here. Good game to this dude. 1 crown victory. And let's just head into another match and see how OP this deck actually is. This may be OP than the other one I posted yesterday. Like, again, thank you guys very much for your support. Like the video if this actually helps you. So, I finally cut into this battle because it took forever for Supercell to find me one. So I just had to cut it in. So our starting deck looks, it's not bad, but I'll just send Spear Goblins in to cycle through this deck so we can get to the Witch and the Giant. So I guess we're going to be forced to play some defense here first. So I'm going to send these Skellies out. I'm going to send a Witch to try to counter that Giant. And I know he's going to send, you know, cheap troops behind that, so I'm gonna send a Valkyrie. Good thing those cheap troops are pretty like slow. So I'm gonna send a P.E.K.K.A in as well, but hopefully he doesn't send like any splash damage troops. Well, that's not bad, because that minion horde is gonna get taken out real quick. There we go. This is a pretty dangerous push with a P.E.K.K.A, the witch. This is a pretty good counter push, guys. So you can see the skeletons are gonna go in on that tower, but the archers are focused on it instead of the witch. And bam, he has another giant out. So I'm gonna send it's gonna be a hard one. Alright, I'm gonna arrow this so he doesn't have any backup troops behind that. And I'm probably gonna put a... Oh, he still has the archers? That's some cheese. I gotta upgrade my arrows, that's what I know. Alright, so that giant did work to our tower, which really sucks. But we have our counter push of ourselves, so let's put a giant right there. And he has a witch as well. I'm gonna put a spear goblin right here. And that's not gonna do much for you, buddy. Those minions, that's just a 3 elixir disadvantage for you. Thank you so much, giant. That tower is ours, basically. If this witch can kill those archers, there we go. This tower is ours. We can't play defense for the whole game because this guy probably has a fireball or arrows up his sleeve to take out our tower here. So these skeletons are going to do a bit of work, and we're going to put skeletons, a Valkyrie, and a P.E.K.K.A to immediately deal with this giant, because we can't have a hit on our tower. So there we go. That'll be huge. You just wasted a minion horde, bud. And I may just have wasted my arrows. Oh, I didn't. Alright, cool. Elixir advantage for us. So I know he has a giant up his sleeve. He's probably going to tank that. No, he's actually working on this tower, so I'm not going to mind that as much. I'm going to put a witch in the back here. And we hopefully can counter his attack here on the right side. I'm going to send a muskie just so we can counter these, or the witch. So I'm going to put a Valkyrie right here. We're going to go for his crown tower. We're going to go for the 3-star, boys. Alright, I don't care about your giant. You're just wasting elixir, hummy. Alright, I'm going to send out arrows. Don't do too much damage on this giant, please. Thank you. Let's go. Oh, that's a 3-star for us, guys. GG, no re. He's going to rocket us. GG. It didn't even get to our tower. We had no towers destroyed. And that's why this deck is so good. Because once your opponent makes a mistake, that's when you know you have full control of the game, and that's when you know you're gonna win. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, just leave them down in the comment section below. If you're still at this point in the video, make sure you comment okay. And I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you want to see more Clash Royale content, make sure you subscribe to Dave or Veno here. Hope you guys enjoy your day. Peace out.